Good morning!
Hello.
This is Beth and
Doug.
And this is Chen Family Adventures Q&A. This is our first Q&A. You excited?
It's okay.
I'm excited for a Q&A. Alright, there might be a lot of editing out here because this is our first one and I don't know exactly what to say.
Yeah.
All right, so there have been a lot of questions. Thank you for all of the questions. And we decided to categorize the questions into mostly questions about ourselves, and then we'll do another video about a lot about the kids. So we're gonna start out with the questions about us. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start with the background. A lot of questions have been, what is your background and where are you from? Are you from China?
So my ancestors were from China, but my great-grandparents and my grandparents came over so many, many years ago.
Mm.
So yeah, ethnically I am Chinese, but I don't speak Chinese, and it was my parents' generation that can speak some Chinese. I don't think anyone can read it though.
Mm-hmm. So I actually know more Mandarin Chinese than Doug does, which is surprising because he's Chinese. So I spent 2 summers in China in 2004, 2005, so many years ago, teaching English as to middle schoolers. So I learned some Mandarin there, and then when we adopted Noah and Lily, I had Mandarin tutors that helped me. So
yeah, and my parents actually speak Cantonese, not Mandarin.
yeah.
So even if I knew Chinese, it wouldn't be Mandarin.
It doesn't help us. Both of the kids learned Mandarin when they were in China, so they weren't able to speak to Doug's parents, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so how did we meet?
The short answer is church, but we were in a young adult group together with lots of other people, and we were friends for a few years before we started dating.
So Doug was the socialite in our group and always got everybody together and had dinner plans or a hike planned or a biking outing or what else, skiing, and I always joined in, and so we were good friends for a while, and then we started dating. And well, of course, we went to Bible study. That was the most important thing. We were in Bible study together. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Doug loved to bike, and we always went biking together. Right. But now he doesn't.
I wouldn't say I love biking, but
okay.
it was fine.
He loved.
I like doing things with our friends, so that was. If I could do things with other people, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's true. I thought he loved biking. Turned out he just liked being with our friends. And now we don't do like any of those things. Well, we still hike.
Yeah, it's a little difficult with the kids, so I do miss hanging out with our friends as much as we used to be able to do that.
Yeah. The way we really started dating was that Doug was planning these ski trips, just a day trip. To go skiing, and I would always join the trips, and whoever else would join. And a couple times nobody else came. It was just Doug and I. And so we spent a lot of time on the lift together and skiing together and, talking. And then do you remember what happened?
No. I actually just sent the email to her to go skiing. And pretended it was a group outing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So we started talking about our Bible study that we were studying at the time. Well, it was a book study.
Yeah.
By Jerry Bridges was the book. Don't remember. Pursuit of Happiness. And something. So we started talking about the Bible study together, and he would come over. I was living with my sister at the time, and he would come over and we would chat about it. And then one night, he asked me on a date to TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
It was the sweetest thing. He was just about to say goodbye, and then he's like, do you want to go to dinner? That was sweet. And then history.
The rest is history.
Yep. We started dating in, I think, January maybe, ski season. And then we were engaged in April and then married in August. So it happened super fast. But we were friends before that. So yeah, that's our story. And we both ended up here in this area because of college. We're not from this area. We're not from Pennsylvania, neither of us. But we settled here after college. We went to different colleges. But met at our church. Okay, so next question. I think that answers that question, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How long have we been married?
Well, we got married in August of 2007, so 11 years.
11 years, yeah. Which countries have we traveled to? We probably should have planned that ahead of time. We went to Romania together before we were married. We went on a missions trip. That was our first foreign trip together. Yeah. So that's number 1.
We've been to, well, it depends on if we're talking about together or separately also.
Oh, yeah. So just together. We'll talk about the countries we've been together.
So you said Romania. We've been to the Dominican Republic together.
Yep. We took Noah on a missions trip to the Dominican Republic last year.
We visited friends in Tanzania.
Yep. They were missionaries and they lived in a very remote village without electricity or running water. And that was an amazing trip. They're 2 very, very close friends of mine. And then we went on a week safari. That was pre-Noah. And we went with Doug's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some other friends.
We've obviously been to China twice. To adopt.
Although we both have been 4 times to China.
But only twice together.
Yeah.
When we went to adopt Noah, we also went to Japan to go to Tokyo Disney. As you know, we are big Disney fans. Or I'm definitely a big Disney fan. I think Beth sometimes just comes along.
Doug has a hidden Mickey.
So let's find a wire on it.
Okay.
And then we've been to Europe.
Yep. Lots of countries in Europe. We went to Iceland, Norway, Greenland, other places. Oh, of course, London, Paris.
That might be it. I moved to Canada. If you count Canada as a foreign country, I guess it is.
Alaska, that's not a foreign country, but I guess where have we traveled?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless you count the World Showcase countries in Epcot Center.
Disney. All right. Oh, battery's gonna die.
So I think growing up, I wasn't a believer, but we went to church and went to Sunday school, and we had a youth group that was very social. So I think I got a basic belief during that time, but then it was really college that I just had a lot of friends that came around that were believers and really lived out their faith, and that was it for me. A lot of people poured into me at that time of my life.
Yeah. And for me, college also was a time where I grew up in my faith, and I grew up in a Christian home. My parents are believers, and my family. Okay, so the battery died, but just wanted to tell you that I grew up in a Christian home, and my parents are believers in Jesus Christ, and I learned about the Bible from a young age. But it wasn't until college that it became real to me, and I fully understood the weight of my sin and my need for Jesus to save me from those sins. I was always like a good person. For the most part, you know, obviously I did things that were wrong, but
she's not that good.
I was believed that I was like a good person, but I really fully understood sin and how sinful I was when I got to college. and I had a really good Bible study and good church and good Christian groups in college, and that's where I fully repented and realized that I needed Christ. So, and praise God for that. We're big supporters of college ministries because we both grew a lot in college. So that's huge. So if you go to college, get involved in a Christian group. It's just so vital. Okay, next question. Why did we adopt? So
Because she told me to.
Because I told him to. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you were definitely the catalyst, because
Yeah.
I would have been fine not having kids, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely.
But I like having kids too, so.
Yeah. He loves the kids. As you know, if you've watched any of our videos, you know that Doug is a great dad and truly adores our children. Okay, so this is a long story. We'll go back story. Okay, so I don't know what year, but several years ago, maybe around 7 years ago, I had a miscarriage. I was pregnant for the first time, and we were not able to conceive after that. And I went to many fertility specialists and was told after we did some fertility treatments, and after about a year of that, was told that my only hope was IVF, in vitro fertilization. And I had to make a decision there. If I really wanted to have children, she said I'd have to do IVF. The doctor told us that. And so
And that wasn't even guaranteed though either.
Right, that's not guaranteed. If you know anything about IVF, there's no guarantee with that, and it, you know, that you could, that could fail, and it does fail. So we had to make a decision of what we were going to do, and I just knew in my heart that we were meant to adopt, right? Yeah, so we went to, well, Doug was like sort of reluctant at first, and just, I don't know, you just said, well, let's wait, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just figured whatever God has for us. If he wanted to have kids, and we would have kids, and if not, then we wouldn't. I was very flexible on what was going to happen. Whatever happened, happened.
Yeah.
And I would have been happy either way.
Yeah. So, but I was like, no, I really want to adopt. So we went to a bunch of like informational meetings in the area. We learned about foster care. We learned about even, what was it called? Embryo adoption, which we knew nothing about at that time, but we learned about it. We didn't even know that existed. Google it if you don't know anything about it. It's fascinating, and a great ministry there. We learned about domestic adoption, so adopting a child from the United States, and we learned about international adoption. So there were several countries. We looked into South Korea, and we looked into China. That's probably it, I believe, that we looked into adopting. And out of all of those options, we settled on China adoption. Well, we had just ruled out several of the other options. We ruled out foster to adopt. We ruled out for various reasons. I could go into them in another video, but we ruled out domestic adoption, and we pretty much settled on foreign adoption. We were between China and South Korea, and China just made sense because Doug's Chinese. Like, that's like a no-brainer to me. But Doug was like, whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah,
Anyone's
I didn't.
fine.
I just actually had no real preference. I could adopt it from China, Korea,
Right.
domestic.
Yeah.
So I think it was more you had that.
Yeah, I was like,
On your heart.
China. Well, I had spent 2 summers in China, so I was already familiar with Chinese culture, and I loved Chinese culture. And it just completely, like I said, it made sense. Like, Doug is Chinese. His whole family is Chinese. Like, why would we adopt from anywhere else? Well, if God called us to adopt from somewhere else, then we would have, but it just made sense to us. So we pursued China adoption, and we found out at that time that there was only, you could only adopt a child with special needs. So the first thing that we had to do was fill out a checklist of what special needs we were open to. And So we did that.
Mm-hmm.
I could go into all those details in another video, but we filled that out and we were matched. Maybe 6 months later, or 7 months later with Noah. We saw his picture. You could go see the adoption video, or the Gotcha Day video of his, the new Gotcha Day video of his picture that we saw. They just gave us 2 pictures and that's all. We saw 2 pictures of him until we saw him in person.
Yeah.
And that was it, just 2. We just just held on to those pictures and really appreciated them. And those 2 pictures are basically the same scene, same outfit, same time, just 2 different angles of him. And then we traveled in December to adopt him. So the thing is, we adopted because we wanted to have children, and this seemed like the best fit for us, and we felt like God was, approving of our decision, or just seeking God, and we really felt like this was what we were meant to do. And we're so glad that we did. And my infertility, not able to have children biological children, not able to conceive, has been hard, and it's been a tough journey. It's been sad. There's been sad, the miscarriage was super sad for us, but I would not write a different story for us. I say that all the time. I wouldn't write a different story. This story has been amazing, and there's trials, but God meets us in those trials and in the sad times. And what a great story God has written for us. And then after we adopted Noah, we had a great experience, and after a while, Doug agreed to adopt again.
Yep.
Took a while though.
Except for she tricked me, because it was going to be a couple of years, but we got Lily a lot faster than that. Yeah. They
said that we would have to wait 2 to 3 years to be matched with Lily, or to be matched with a child. We didn't know Lily at the time, just any child. So, all right, well, we have plenty of time. We'll just put our name on a waiting list and we'll just wait, because we wanted a girl the second time. The first time we were open to a girl or a boy. So we got a boy.
Although I wanted a girl more than you did.
Right, Doug wanted a girl.
You would rather a boy, I think.
Yeah, I did. I wanted another boy. But I'm so glad we have a girl now. But I did want another boy. I love Noah and just how adventurous he was, and raising a boy. I knew girls have their challenges because we're moody. But we're so glad that we have a girl now.
And Lily is moody sometimes.
Yes, she is. It's her personality. She has a great personality. Okay, so we, where was I? Oh, so we were matched super fast within just a couple months instead of 2 to 3 years. And that took us by surprise. And actually at first we said, no, we weren't ready. It was in August. We're like, no, we're not ready. And God had other plans for us. We saw our picture in August, and then we traveled in June. No, in May. So it's less than a year later.
Yeah.
But praise God, what great, great, great children we have. And I would not have written my story any other way. I'm just so, so glad. And I'm so glad that we've adopted, and what a great blessing it's been to us. I know people always say, and in the comments I'll read oh, you're making these children's lives so much better than what they had been, and we do not think of it that way at all. They are a blessing to us. Lily and Noah bless our lives every single day, and we're so, so lucky, and we're so grateful to God that we have them. We don't feel like we're giving them a great life that they would have missed out. Actually,
if anything, I think it's a little sad because they don't have their biological parents, which we do, and most people have their biological parents. So even though maybe their life is better with us than without us, they're still definitely lost there to not have your biological parents.
There's a great loss, and it's very sad for them in that situation. So So yeah, we're the blessed ones, and Noah and Lily have been through a lot of trauma. And we pray for them through that. I don't know how long this video has been. Does that mean it's been 11 minutes?
That must mean it's time to go to Frisbee.
I think it's, oh, this is the second one though, so it's been 12 minutes. I don't know, we'll cut it off here.
Yep.
All right, so Doug wants to go to Frisbee. He plays Ultimate Frisbee every Sunday, and I have played. I don't like to play when it's indoors. It's cold and rainy out, so they're playing indoors.
Yeah, well, plus it's winter time.
Right, yeah, so I'll stay here. The kids are napping. So I am so grateful that Doug joined us. We've been trying to film a Q&A video for a long time, but we are always very busy, so it's
Plus, I don't like to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, Doug does not like to be in front of the camera. I mean, you have seen he has vlogged a few times.
Yeah, bye.
Which we appreciate. But being in front of the camera is not his favorite thing. But I have mentioned in another video that Doug has made several videos on his own without me, so.
Yeah, but they're goofy ones.
Goofy, yes, very, very goofy ones. Ask him about the oatmeal video. Okay, well, we better go. Why don't you come over here and say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining our Q&A. Oh, someone's awake. Someone's awake.
Crazy kid. Crazy kid. Crazy kid. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Okay, he's got lots of layers on.
All right.
All right, hold on. All right, so this, oh my goodness. So this video was all about, basically all about Doug and I and why we adopted these amazing, amazing, amazing children.
Mommy,
What?
can I talk about something?
What do you want to talk about?
I think you'll love my talking about the Bible story.
I do love you when you talk about the Bible story.
And playing.
I do love that. So we're gonna call this the end of the video, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more Q&A videos, then let me know. And I think our next video will be about Noah and Lily. And we can talk about Lily's special need and Noah's surgeries. Have you had some surgeries?
Yes.
How many, do you know?
4.
3. You've had 3 surgeries and you have more to come. Oh my goodness. Look at these kids.
What is going on? You guys are supposed to be taking naps.
No.
It's quiet time.
No. No.
All right, say bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
No.
What?
I'm too tired of that story.
What do you want to talk about?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry
I just got my sweet and my hat.
All right, bye-bye.